Good morning, everybody. Welcome to my home. My name is Becky. I am so excited that you're here today. Well, how was your Christmas? I hope you had an amazing Christmas. We did. We were able to enjoy all of our friends and all of our family, all the nieces and the nephews. The girls have been here, and it was just a blessed holiday, and I'm so thankful. Um, I have the week off after Christmas, and I have done nothing but lounge and relax and soak up all the naps I can. I have only left the house twice, and that was to run an errand and come straight back. David's been here too, but he's been here because he's been sick. I was sick first, but I just had a bad cough. He had like body aches and fever, so I think, got a touch of the flu. Judging from the amount of cough syrup left in the local pharmacy, I think everybody around here's had it. It's just been making its way around into everybody's home. I checked my Facebook and local friends, and they all seem to be going through the same thing. Everybody's just sick and under the weather. So hopefully it's going to be passing soon. I do hope so, because he's ready to get out. He did leave for a little while today to go run some errands, but he's ready to get back to normal, and so am I. So we have till Tuesday when we have to go back to work. Monday, of course, is New Year's Day. So for now, for today, my house is clean and clear of all the Christmas. Now, I know I take it down early, but I have to because this is my week off. So I have to take it down when I have the chance. What I want to do is go into my little spare rooms where I had everything packed away so nice and neatly, and I want to take everything out and put it back where it goes. I went back and I looked at my video that I made back in August before I started decorating for fall and Halloween and then so on. So I went back and I looked, and I'm going to use that as a guide on where to put everything back. So I'm not doing anything fancy or anything different. I'm just putting things back in place and where they belong. So I'll probably just do a voiceover, just kind of fast forward everything because there is so much, and just like kind of let you sit back and watch, and we'll chit chat in the voiceover. One quick thing I want to tell you is I talk with my hands a lot. And I was listening to my intro real quick, and I noticed that there's some clicking and clacking. I got a microphone for Christmas. I'm testing it out, so we're going to see how it works out. But I think I might have inadvertently kept hitting it because it was making some clicking. If you hear that, I'm so sorry. It's trial and error. We're going to figure this out together, and hopefully it won't be too annoying for you until I get it all the kinks ironed out. So I'm going to turn the camera around, and I'm going to show you what everything looks like in the bare bones. And then I can't quite take you in that room yet because Lily's here and all her clothes are in there, and it's kind of a mess. So I'll just bring like everything out and let you see it out here, so you'll see what we're working with. All right, so as you can see, everything is bare bones right now. There's nothing fancy out other than I put my pillows out because we needed a place to do all the lounging we were doing. Hutch is clear. Amazon shelf is clear. Dishwasher's going, so just ignore that. Kitchen's clear. Everything has to come back out, and that's what we're going to do today. Let's get started. So every year when I get ready to take down all of my decor, I'll take pictures and I'll save them on my phone. And then when it comes time to putting everything back, I'll use those pictures as guides and put everything back the way I had it. Well, for whatever reason, I don't know, but I did not take pictures this year. I always do that. I know you've seen me print out little guides and cheat sheets before. I always do that, and for some reason I did not do it this year. So what I had to do was I pulled up my YouTube channel, and I pulled up the video back in August where I did a last full house tour of the house before everything changes for fall and Halloween. And I just went to the part of the house that I was decorating, and I just paused the video so that way I could look back and reference it. And it worked pretty well, but not as well as my pictures. So because I film with my phone, I have to actually print the pictures out, or I'd be back and forth with the phone all day. So it's easier for me to just print them out. And I have a really good printer that the ink is really cheap, so it doesn't bother me to print these pictures. But that's what I did this year, is I forgot to take pictures, and here we are. But I'm just putting my living room back together right now. I'm not doing anything fancy, anything new. I figure we have the whole new year to do different things and new things and reorganize and rearrange and just change things up. Right now, I just needed to get my house back in order. It was empty, it was bare, and I just needed to get things put back to the way that they were before. So I just used my pictures, or I used the video, and I just put everything back just the way I left it back in August. I will say this, one of the first things I want to do once I have the chance is I want to get my owl canisters in their permanent home, the ones that Summer bought for me last year. I had them out right before I decorated for Christmas, and I loved them. They look so cute, but they do not have a forever permanent spot in my house yet. So that's one of the top things on my list of things to do this year, is to find a place for them. I wanted to find a different home for my Pyrex also, so that's also on my list of things that I want to work on. But that's going to have to come at a later date because my time is drawing near on when I have to go back to work. And I actually wasted, excuse me, I wasted a lot of days of my Christmas break laying around on the couch. David was really sick. He had the flu. I had a terrible cough, and because of taking antibiotics and lots of cough syrup, I just felt drained and tired, and I just relaxed and rested the whole week. I mean, literally, we only left the house twice, and that was to go to the pharmacy both times and to get a sandwich. We stayed home, I think, 9 days? Well, no, not 9 days, maybe 7 days, because he didn't get sick till after Christmas. So at least we got to spend Christmas with our family, so that was good. It just all started with him after, but I had been sick a couple weeks before Christmas. The cough just would not go away. I'm still coughing. It just will not go away. I don't know why, but it is getting better, so I am thankful for that. So what we're doing next is we're going to put all of my sunflower dishes back in the china hutch behind this chair. I had these sunflower dishes out a few short weeks ago when I decorated after Halloween and before Christmas. I wasn't quite ready to put my Christmas out, and I used these sunflower dishes in my big hutch, and they were so stinking cute there, and I really love them there. But for now, I need to get them back to home base, and then we'll play later. We've got the whole year to pull different dishes out and change them up and do different tablescapes and all that. For now, I just need to get the simple task of just getting everything back to its home place, I guess. Home base is what we'll call it. So I'm using my little television screen as a guide on where to put everything back. You'll see me looking over my shoulder a lot because I'm checking to see if I'm doing it right. And it took me a little while. I struggled just a little bit, but we got it. I looked very perplexed there for a second, but we get it. We got it put together, and it looks good. So how was everybody's Christmas? I hope everybody had a beautiful, magical, wonderful Christmas holiday and was able to spend it with their family and their loved ones and eat lots of food and go to church and be thankful for the gift that we were given. I had a wonderful Christmas. It's been a nice week off. I'm telling you, I went back to work today. David and I both went back to work today for the first time since the 24th. I was actually glad to go back to work because, you know, like I said, I have done nothing but lay around this whole time. And I am a creature of, well, I wouldn't say a creature of habit. I'm going to say this. I need structure. If I don't have structure and I don't have a routine, then I live my life like an unsupervised 12-year-old boy. So I have, you know, I'll eat whatever's in sight. I'll lay around all day. I won't do chores. I need structure and I need a routine to follow. So I do better when I'm working. But yet when I'm at work, I'm complaining that I don't want to go to work. So you explain that because I can't. But I was glad to go back today. It was a light day. We didn't have patients. I just got caught up on some paperwork. Tomorrow is going to be a heavy day of patients because we have been closed. So it was a good day to come back and just ease in to the routine. Tomorrow I will not be able to walk. I have a feeling it's going to be a takeout kind of night, but hopefully everything will go okay tomorrow. We have one doctor, and I think we've got like 34 patients on schedule, so that's going to be interesting. But anyway, so did you guys get any presents that you absolutely love and are crazy about? Did you get anything vintage, secondhand, thrifted? I noticed a lot of shorts that I saw this year on like YouTube and TikTok and Instagram. There's a lot of these. There's a little series and different people are doing it, and it's called Thrifted and Gifted. And the people would go to the thrift store and get a gift, and then clean it up, add some things to it, and I really enjoyed seeing that. I thought some of them were so clever, and how they put their little baskets together. They would thrift the basket, thrift everything that goes in there, wine glasses, and then they would, or even tea cups, and they would add a package of tea or a special coffee or a bottle of wine. I just thought it was so neat. So did you guys get anything thrifted for Christmas as a gift? Did you get an antique or a vintage item? I didn't really get anything like that this year. Last year I did, but this year everything I got was new, which is fine. But my favorite gift came from my mother-in-law, and it was one of those digital frames where people can send you pictures and it just pops up on your frame. So that was my favorite thing. I downloaded all of my favorite pictures off my phone, and I just sit there and look at them, and it just brings me so much joy because there's so many memories wrapped up on the pictures in my phone. I'm telling you, there are days that I'll just, like if I'm relaxing on the couch, where I'll just sit there and look through the pictures and just, remember all these happy times that we had. And I love this frame. It is my favorite thing that I got this year. Okay, so we're moving over to my Amazon shelf, and you're going to see here in a few minutes that I was struggling just a little bit. The picture that I put on the wall behind it is kind of a Frankenstein type deal that I've come up with, this one here. So the words are on a reverse canvas, so it's just like a cheap canvas that you would paint a portrait on, and then I took it and put sticky glue behind it, and it's actually not even glue, it's tape. It's two-sided tape, and I taped it to the frame. So when I realized that the frame was just a little too short and you couldn't read the words, I went and got a block of wood to make it rise up a little bit, and the two-sided tape didn't quite hold and it kind of fell apart on me. But we got it fixed. We got it put together. A little dab of glue is all it took, and I got it fixed. But you'll see me struggling here in just a second with my little concoction falling apart. I didn't want to have to glue it because I use that frame for other things. That's why I wanted to use this two-sided tape. And the two-sided tape is really good, actually. It works pretty well, but I think I just didn't have it in the right place and it wasn't connecting just right. But I ended up taking it down and gluing it with just a little dab of glue, and it should be fine. It should pop right off when I'm ready. Another favorite gift that I got for Christmas this year was the microphone that I'm using right now. Lily bought it for me, and I needed it so bad, so I was excited to see that. I had actually asked for it, but she didn't even know I'd asked for it. I'd asked my mother-in-law. My mother-in-law wanted to know what I wanted for Christmas, so I gave her a little list of things, and I told her she could just pick and choose one from the list. So Lily actually got the microphone for me, not even knowing that I wanted it. But I do know that I needed it, because just like if I'm talking to you guys and I walk away, which I do tend to do, then my voice starts to fade out. So with this handy dandy microphone, if I can stop moving around and talking with my hands and making extra background noise, I think it will help with you being able to hear me through the videos. But I talk with my hands, so it's something I'm going to have to get used to. She also got me a new tripod. I was so excited to get that, because the tripod I had was a piece of junk, and that's my fault, because I buy things that don't cost as much, and then the quality comes out later. So hopefully I'll do a little better with my filming this year on YouTube, so that will make you happy and me happy. As you can tell, I still have not figured out the mystery on how to change my music up though. So that is something I would like to learn how to do this year too, is to do a little better with my editing skills and learn how to add more than one song. That's why I pick songs that don't have any words, because I do have to play them on repeat, because I just cannot for the life of me figure out how to do that. So hope it doesn't bother you. I do try to pick songs that are calm and a little uplifting with upbeat sounds that hopefully you don't mind hearing on repeat. So I think I had to play this song 4 different times to fill out this whole video. This video ended up being a lot longer than what I anticipated. I'm gonna tell you, if it weren't for Lily coming in at the end and helping me finish, this would have probably taken me 2 days, 2 full days to finish, and maybe even 2.5 days. It took me 2.5 days to put all my Christmas decor up and 1.5 days to take it down, and that's only because Lily helped me at the end to take it all down. Otherwise I would have been working on it a lot more. So I thank her so much for coming in, and you'll notice as the video goes along I get more and more tired. My hair gets a little more frazzled and my face looks a little more frazzled, but I was tired. I didn't feel good, and I was trying to get it done. I knew it had to be done. So thank you, Lily, for coming in and helping me finish all that up. I have decided that next year I don't think I'm going to go quite as big with the Christmas decor. Now, I say that now, and I could completely change my mind by next year. But all of this work is still fresh in my mind, kind of like going into labor. You say you're not going to have another kid after you go into labor, and then you inevitably do because you forget about all the pain. But I feel like I need to start giving myself a little more grace. My body is wearing down sooner, where normally I could put Christmas decor like that up in a day and be fine. Now it takes me almost 3 days, and every night I'm barely able to walk. So it's catching up with me. My body's getting older. I'm 45 years old, and I think next year I'm going to try to just do the living room, the kitchen, and the dining room. I don't think I'm going to go in the bedrooms or the bathroom, and it's going to be a little different next year. I still think it's going to be beautiful. I think you're going to enjoy it. I already know what I'm doing. I bought a few things on clearance to put up for next year. So I truly think it's going to be magnificent, and probably still even more than what some people do, but it's not going to be quite as much as what I do normally. So I'm just going to try to downsize Christmas just a little bit. The problem is can I do that with Halloween? I've got to tell myself the same thing at Halloween, that I need to scale back a little bit, and maybe use half the decorations one year and half the decorations the next year. I've got to do something, because my body is just not holding out like it used to, and it's reality. Sadly, it is. We're just trucking along here. So now we're going to work on my hutch. So I decided that I was just going to put my amber glass and my depression glass back in my hutch the way it was back in August. We'll change that hutch 100 times before next December. I am constantly changing this hutch up, but my old true and what do you call it? My good old standby is my depression glass and my amber glass. I started collecting them, I guess maybe a couple years ago. Yeah, a couple years ago. David and I were deep into empty nest syndrome, and we needed a hobby that we could do together. And God love him. He kind of took the... So I know antiquing was not his choice of things that he wanted to do. But because he loves me and he wanted to spend time with me, he kind of said, okay, well, let's try it. And he did, and he had fun. He doesn't quite have as much fun as I do. He has a good time sitting back and watching me sometimes, how I react to things and get excited when I see things. And but he is such a good sport, and he'll go take me anywhere I want to go. He'll drive me hours and hours and hours to go antiquing, and he'll spend all day antiquing if I let him. So he is such a good man, and I love him so dearly, and I'm so thankful that he sacrifices so much for us. But we have a good time. We go antiquing, and I started collecting the amber glass and the depression glass when we started doing that, and it has grown and grown and grown. I cannot say no. I cannot walk away from that beautiful yellow and orange glass. It's just mesmerizing, and it draws me in, and I just love it so much. So here is my tier tray, and this is different than last year because I kind of threw it together, and I really like the way it looks. I think I might leave it this way for a while because I'm enjoying it. I put my little canisters, I call those my soul canisters because they are the colors of my soul, and they just kind of look perfect up in there. I even added a new piece that I'll have to show you later because David and I went antiquing on Saturday. Was it Saturday? No, Monday. It was New Year's Day. We went to an antique store, and I got a couple things. So I added a tiny little thing in there. I'll show you that on a different day. But now I'm just putting down my white chargers because I'm using my yellow depression glass. The white chargers make that yellow pop a lot more. And I do have brown chargers as well, but when it comes to my depression glass, you can see from this that those white ones make it just pop, and it's so beautiful. And of course, with all depression glass, the more you layer it, the brighter the color, or more vibrant the color gets. So this table setting just makes me so happy. I love it. And I always like to mix my amber colors, so I put a darker amber goblet with the plates so that you've got some dark amber with the light color amber of the depression glass. There's what I bought, the little owl. I didn't realize it was in the video. Oh, spoiler alert, that's what I bought, was that little brass owl. I didn't realize it was in here. Okay, now we're moving into the kitchen. This is going to be the last room that I'm putting back together because, like you can see, my hair is a little fried, my face is a little fried. I was getting tired. And once again, my little savior comes in and helps me to finish. You'll see her sweet little face in a minute. She helped me finish up the kitchen so that I could be done and sit back and look at all my beautiful amber glass and all of my pieces back up. Because let me tell you, when you are so used to a maximalist household, it's kind of depressing when you don't have all your goodies surrounding you, when it's just bare bones and the shelves are bare, the walls are bare. It's so sad. So I could not wait to get my regular decor back up so that I could enjoy it. I don't fully relax until it's all up. And I know some people might find being surrounded by so much clutter the furthest thing from relaxing, but not me. I find it soothing, and I just love being surrounded by all my beautiful things. So here she is to save the day. She's going to be telling me that I'm standing in front of the camera just like normal, so you can't see what I'm doing. So, but I also didn't want to fall and kill myself, so I'm doing the best I can. So this is where I keep all of my Pyrex. and I want a better place to put it because, as all kitchens are, this is where all the grease flies up as you're cooking. And I clean them regularly, but I just don't want, I don't know, I don't like the idea of all this grease getting on my Pyrex. So I want to find a better place to put them, and I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do yet. I thought about ordering a little shelf that I could house them in, but honestly, there's no more room in my house to put a shelf, not without being in the walkway. So I have an idea I'm going to try, but again, that will come in a later video, but I will share it with you, I promise, if I manage to talk David into letting me do it. Because the shelf that I want to get is going to be slightly in the walkway. And I mean, I'm fine with going around something, but let me tell you, there's times when he's like a bull in a china shop and he will run into a wall that's 100 yards from him. But we'll see. It's in my mind, on my to-do list. Just thinking about it right now. The Pyrex looks okay up here. I like the way it looks up here. I like the different colors and the different patterns, but I just feel like it's not safe. I also worry about it tumbling over and breaking, and I do have to move it when I put my Halloween decor and my Christmas decor, and the less I have to move it, the better, because every time I move it, every time I climb up there and I move that Pyrex, I chance breaking it, and I have too much invested in it to just break a piece. So it's not ideal, but it is what it is right now. I also want to get a better way of stacking them. Right now they're on glasses, like juice glasses, drinking glasses. That's how I stack them to where you can see them. And I know they make Pyrex stackers. I just have to find them, or either get David to fix something up for me. We'll see. But that's another thing I wanted to do is, my list is long, but my mind never stops thinking about things to do and projects to do and what to do next. And it's always coming up with something or trying to come up with something. Those cute little sunflower trivets my sister gave me for Christmas, and they are so cute. And that sunflower dish towel she gave me as well. All right, so the kitchen is done. I think, I'm not 100% sure, but I think I only have 2 more spaces to put back, and that is my wall of dishes. So I have a spot over my back door that I line with plates, and then I have another spot to the right of my china hutch that I line with plates, and I have to put those back, and I think we may be nearing the end of this video. I honestly can't believe I was able to sit here and talk for 30 minutes about absolutely nothing. I feel like whenever I'm watching motivational videos similar to this, when they're not talking and it's just music, I will go to sleep. And maybe that's attributed to being 45 years old and getting older. I don't know. But I will fall asleep in a heartbeat if there's not somebody talking to me, and the chit chat has to be going on. So I don't know if you like it or not. Let me know. Would you rather I just let the video play and shut up, or do you like the chit chat? And yes, I know these plates are not even, but it's okay. It doesn't bother me too much. But let me know, do you like the talking, or do you just want me to shut up and play the doggone video? Okay, so here are my little collection of sunflower dishes. I have some more, but I just don't know where to put them. This seems to be quite enough to go on this wall, and I don't want to overwhelm the area by adding too many more, so I'm gonna keep it the way it is, and I think it's perfect the way it is right now. It's absolutely perfect. All right, now we're finishing up, so we're gonna put some sweet treats out, and we're gonna call it a day and be all done. All right, everybody, that's all I have for you for today. I do appreciate you taking a few minutes of your day to spend with me and put my house back together. It means the whole world. Until next time, I love you all, and I'll see you later. Bye.